Fred here, welcome back to the Gun Geek channel. In this episode we'll be talking about the Benelli Nova Pump Tactical Shotgun. But before we get started, let's go ahead and check for safety. This is something I just like to do to reinforce the habit, even though I do check all my firearms before we start the video. So this is the Benelli Nova Pump Tactical, stressing the word tactical. It's black, it's synthetic polymer or whatever you want to call it. The receiver and the stock are all one piece. Now I have this little stretchy neoprene thing on the back with some cartridges on there. It looks pretty cool. It's made by Allen. It's like 10 bucks. And you know, this is my home defense shotgun, so I like to have these on here. Anyway, it is all polymer receiver. However, inside, when they mold this, there are metal inserts put in there where it needs reinforcement, where things rub, where the bolt goes back and forth. There are metal pieces sort of molded into it to reinforce to reinforce it, so it adds strength. Moving on, this shotgun being tactical, it has a short barrel, 18.5 inches. Makes it easy to move around in confined spaces and to move around in your own home. It's kind of difficult to have a hunting style shotgun that is, let's say, 26 or 28 inches long, and you're trying to go around corners with that. It's really difficult that someone could grab the barrel and grab the shotgun from you. Another thing that is unique to this particular shotgun is the sights. What we're looking at here is a ghost ring sight for quick acquisition, and then it has 2 dots on each side, and you have a dot on the front sight, so you have a 3-dot system for finer target acquisition. Really nice. Now again, because of all that synthetic stuff going on this gun, on this shotgun, the weight is only 7 pounds 2 ounces, so relatively light for what this shotgun is. Manufacturer retail price is $449, and if you're in a gun-friendly state where they don't tax you to death, you could probably get this firearm for the unbelievable low price of $370, give or take 20 bucks. That's right, $370. We're talking about a very, very good value. My cat wanted to join us. His name is Ty. So I was walking into a gun store looking for a home defense shotgun. Usually I sort of levitate toward Mossberg or your Remington shotguns. I'm not brand faithful to any particular brand or model. Anyway, I'm looking at all the different shotguns, and when I saw this one, sort of felt it made pretty solid, light, and when I really saw the price, I felt like it was a pretty good deal. And when I got it home and stripped it apart and got it out and shot it a little bit, I knew I made a really good choice. This is a very high value tactical shotgun. So what I wanted to do was to go ahead and field strip this and show you how simple it is to field strip this shotgun. First thing you do is go ahead and safety check, which we've already done, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it as part of the procedure. Next thing, just like any other shotgun, you remove your nut, and I wanted to go ahead and show you this little nipple on top of that nut. That's something that you want to use in the takedown, and we'll get to that in a moment. Next thing you want to do is, while you have sort of the bolt halfway back, it makes it pretty simple to just go ahead and remove the barrel. And now we are ready to remove the trigger assembly. This whole trigger guard and trigger group will come out once you remove these two pins. So on the right side of the shotgun, you want to push these two pins in using that nipple and set that aside. We'll flip it over and we'll pull these pins out. Once you have pulled these pins out, then we can go ahead and just pull. Oh, you want to move this up just a little bit because this piece, this trigger assembly, comes all the way up here. So make sure you have this moved out of the way forward just a bit. And then go ahead and pull. And there's your trigger assembly. You can put that aside. And now, what you have here is the bolt. And you can see how you have two rails that are attached to this handle here when you go ahead and rack the slide. So what you want to do is just pick up on these two rails on each side and then move this slide out of the way. Look at that. That comes right off, and look at all that dust. So there's what you have. So basically the bolt sort of hooks into these grooves here, and this is what pulls the bolt back and forth. Put that aside, and all that's left is to take the bolt out. So what you want to do is just squeeze, get your squeezers, reach in there and squeeze, and it comes out. And let me show you why you have to squeeze it. See that? So you sort of got to get it to rotate as you push it in, and then you could just pull it right out. And that is it. That's all it takes to totally field strip the Benelli Nova shotgun. Amazingly simple. Much simpler than the Mossberg, I'll tell you that. And I like the Mossberg, but one of the things is it's a little more complex for takedown. So to reassemble it, you just do everything in reverse order. The holes. And of course, you know, you get on camera after you say how simple something is, and then you have a hard time. But we're going to keep it real. I'm going to leave this in here, and you can see me struggle just trying to get the rails through the two holes. And you want to get these rails to interlock with the bolt, so the bolt is really back and forth when you rack, when you pull back on the pump there. Okay, next, I'm going to bring this forward so you're clearing out the whole area that the trigger group is going to have to get in, and you just pop that in there. And from the left side, put the pins in. These pins are not quite identical. There's one that's a little bigger, has a bigger head on it. Ugh, get it in the camera, Fred. One has a bigger head in it than the other. The small one goes toward the front of the gun in that hole, and the larger one goes toward the rear, right over the trigger. Okay, so that's in there good. And next is the barrel. Move the slide back here just a little bit, and we'll go ahead and just slide that in there. And that's it. We'll go ahead and function check it. This is the release. Just to see how it locks. So there's the release. You just press this little lever up right here. So. And what else do we have? Here's our safety, so it's racked. If I pull back on the trigger, it will fire. There's the safety, so we'll make sure the safety works. Go ahead and put it on fire, and it fires.